Well, Jamal Murray only had 9 points in the first half. He finished with 42. Some huge clutch buckets for the Denver Nuggets, and they pulled to within 3-2 to the Utah Jazz. Facing elimination, they stepped up on defense and got all the clutch baskets that they need. Welcome to Playoff Central Live. Chris Miles here with our guy, Tough Juice. And man, Jamal Murray must have had some of that before this game because he was tough down the stretch.
He did a remarkable job of responding to, pretty much an elimination situation. And let's face it, everybody was wondering how the Denver Nuggets was going to respond. But look at this, going downhill, getting into the teeth of the defense, dumping it off to Grant, electing to go away from the basket. Clearly a heat check, and this is after pretty much playing the entire second half of this ball game.
Karan, Jamal Murray followed up his 50-point performance in Game 4 with 42. Only 4 other players have followed up a 50-point performance with 40 or more in the next game. Michael Jordan did it 3 times. Jamal Murray joins that elite club of Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, and Elgin Baylor.
Hey, listen, whenever you're in that type of company on that short list of historical guys that you cannot tell the story of basketball without mentioning, that's a hell of an accomplishment. So kudos to him. In an elimination situation, I feel like Jamal Murray just, answered the challenge. And let's face it, we needed to see an astronomical performance from a statistical standpoint from their leading guy. And Jamal Murray did just that. And he elevated the play of all the players around him. You saw that assist to Joker to kind of put the seal on the game with the 3-point shot in the corner. Heck of a game by Jamal Murray.
Yeah, 8 assists for Jamal Murray. He was averaging 28 points per game, but we're going to have to up that count. He also leads Denver in assists, so as usual on point. 8 assists in this game. He's averaging 6.5 coming in. But Donovan Mitchell on the flip side of that, he scored 51. He had 57 in Game 1. He also joined some elite company with how well he's been performing. He's leading all playoff players in scoring. He dropped 30, but in this rematch of the duel between the two, it just wasn't enough.
Hey, listen, when you look at a series like this, and it's an elimination game situation, it comes down to your star players, having exceptional nights. And look at Donovan Mitchell. He shot that from pretty much, the parking lot. Coming down, avoiding the double team. Look at that, snaking the dribble right there, getting into a more comfortable situation. And then look, Jamal Murray is absolutely the same thing. Knocking down the shot from 3. He's going to, draw the double team. He's going to release from the ball and then get it back. He's the most dangerous guy out there on the floor, particularly in closing the games for the Denver Nuggets. If you're the defense of the Utah Jazz, you cannot let or allow him to get easy opportunities like you just saw right there.
And Donovan Mitchell has increased his efficiency in this postseason, shooting 50% from the field, 50% from 3. He shot 50%, 4 for 8 from 3-point range. So he was on his A game, just not at the level of Jamal Murray in this particular contest. And Nikola Jokic, he made the big 3 in the fourth quarter. Remember, he's second in the league in clutch scoring, so it's not like he hasn't been carrying this torch all season. But that torch in the first quarter, Karan, he scored 21 points in the first quarter, 5 for 5 from 3, brought that intensity from the outset.
Hey, listen, when it comes down to elimination game, and you're going to hear that phrase a lot coming from me, this is an elimination situation. The big stars, the franchise guys need to step up in a major way and set the tone from the jump. And that's exactly what you see with Joker. Look, caught the ball in the post. He was very efficient from the outside, inside, 12-19 from field goal, and 31 points. And I think that Murray just did an excellent job at complimenting him and then leading down the stretch once he saw that Joker had kind of set the stage. All the other guys, filled in with the seamless transition, and that's what you love, to get a quality win from the Denver Nuggets. That was a quality win, huge performance as collectives. They all was in, and I think that you could feed off this momentum going forward.
Well, one thing we have to point out about Denver, they'd given up 125, 124, 124, 129 in the first 4 games. You see it, Utah Jazz, 107 points. So their best defensive effort. I'm sure head coach Mike Malone will be talking about that right now.